Yo, and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanji. With me is Ryan. How you doing, boy?
Welcome. I'm doing good, yo. Haaland scored. City players went total flops.
You gotta admit though, you were nervous.
I was nervous. Yeah. I mean, I happen to have the two City players who scored this double game week, so.
Haaland was kind of crap this double game week, bro.
Yo, I will take his 27 points and run.
Yeah, but it should have been like at least double or triple that.
Yeah, for sure, right? Rodri put up 35, so between the two of them, that's enough.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Rodri better than T-Baby, right?
Exactly.
What a trade. Hey guys, welcome back to another pod. We're doing a regular pod. This is like OG pod actually, because we didn't do waiver picks because of the double game week. So we're throwing waivers into this pod. Recording Tuesday evening to timestamp it. So we're assuming, you're one of those leagues that will clear their waivers on either Thursday or Friday. So hopefully this information gets to you in time. But yeah, for those who don't know who we are a Fantrax podcast. We follow the default vision of the game. So typically how we roll out these episodes is we have two halves. In the first half, we do a bit of a data dump. So like, for example, though, the numbers that we're covering in this pod, we're just treating it as a single game week. So we are only looking at the numbers at like after Everton, Crystal Palace, before City, Brentford. And I don't know, we might look at some of the numbers from tonight's game as well. But then after that, we do, I guess, a bit of a league catch up because I think some of our matchups are still TBD. But then after that, we'll take our halftime pints and jump right back into our second half, where we will answer some questions that we get from our Discord, a lovely little mini community that we kind of built out. Come join it. There's new people all the time. There's conversations going on all the time. People with, trade questions, league questions, all sorts of questions, even food questions. It's wild. And then we'll wrap things up with FA/waiver picks, which we typically do as a separate pod. But yeah, given double game week and just timing of things, we're just going to throw everything into one episode. So I guess before we get started, I should probably do social plugs before I forget. So Russ, can you please tell the people how to find us?
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BantaB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, BantaBoys #6585. On Reddit, /Banta_boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banta Boys.
All right. So hopefully you've listened to us. If you're listening on YouTube, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, if you already haven't, hit the like button as well on the video, that little thumbs up button. If you're listening to us on Spotify, we'd really appreciate if you can give the pod a rating, 5 stars. A little bit goes a long way for us, just to spread the word, grow the brand, etc., etc., etc. All right, I've done my spiel. Do you want to talk about anything before we get into the pod?
We had a boring-ish night of Champions League football.
Yeah, did you get any points?
Oh, in fantasy, no. Matson's 3 points.
Yeah, I probably going to captain Bukayo tomorrow.
Nice. I'm jealous. Because I'm stuck with 8 points captain. I think Bukayo smashes that.
I'd expect goal and assist.
So much. I mean, even just one goal might be 10 points for him.
Mate, Arsenal are in so much fucking form right now.
That's very true, they are. Into one, just not much involvement from the popular picks, right? Not I guess the clean sheet was annoying. I didn't have any Inter defenders.
Right, same. Same. That fixture with versus Atletico, I was just like, I can't call it, so I'm not gonna pick from it. I feel like I was gonna end up with dead weight. I was just gonna get that wrong.
Yeah, I have a work pool going, similar to what they did for World Cup. So it's weird, right? You get to pick, and I actually have never told you about this, so this is going to be your genuine reaction. But you get to pick what team you think will score the most goals from here on out. It just started, right?
Okay.
What team you think will concede the most goals, because every goal you concede, you get a point for.
Okay.
From here on out. And what team you think will concede the fewest goals, because every goal you concede there, you minus a point from here on out.
Right. Okay.
So I've done this for World Cup, and it's tricky because you think you'd go like a team that's defensively sound, but then those teams typically tend to go the distance of the tournament, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they concede one goal in knockout stages, one goal in the next knockout stage. They get to the semis, they concede a goal there. By the time they hit the final, they concede one. They've conceded 4 goals. Whereas if you can go with a defensively sound team that probably isn't going to qualify, like Atletico, they concede 1 goal now and they draw the next game 0-0 and they still go out. All you've lost is -1, and they're no longer a worry for you because they're not consistently in the tournament. So
That's pretty fucking cool.
I got it wrong in World Cup, like without
Okay.
a doubt, because I think I chose a team that went far and kept conceding a goal or 2.
Sounds like Brazil.
Maybe, right? But I ended up choosing Atletico this time, so I'm actually happy if they go out.
Fair.
Yeah.
It seems like ideal team to pick is 0-0 both legs penalty shootout.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
and here the wildest part of it, right? So that's standard, and you can get a lot of ties between that because, 20, 30 people join, they think alike. You're not going to get that many different selections, right? So the wild part is you now have 32 tokens. You have to pick a team from each fixture in this round of 16. So 8 fixtures, pick 8 teams. And you get to allocate tokens to each of these teams, right? You have to put at least 1 token on one of the 8 teams you select. So
sounds like roulette.
Right, something like that. But if you win, if your team wins, like outright wins, you get the number of tokens you assign to them.
Oh, what the fuck?
If your team loses, you get nothing. If your team draws, you get nothing.
Yeah.
But that happens on both legs of this round.
Yeah.
And then when all the eliminations come, if any of your teams got eliminated, the tokens you assign to them also get eliminated, and you can't reallocate tokens for the next round.
This is amazing.
This is really cool. So an actuary built this pool. So I mean,
wait, do I need to be an actuary to play?
No.
Okay, can I get an invite next season?
Sure.
I mean, we should just run this on our Discord, to be honest.
We should, right? So
this is an amazing game.
I put 25 tokens on City.
Yeah,
and 1 on just a bunch of other teams, right?
Yeah,
to come up with my 32. I was literally the only person to do that. And
What?
I'm hoping Bayern go out because, yes, I backed them with 1 token, but other people backed them with like 8 tokens. And I'm hoping...
What's going on with Bayern, bro? Like...
Yeah.
Tuchel's just imploding everywhere he goes, man. It's kind of crazy.
Yep.
That's not good.
So anyway, the pool adds a new dimension to Champions League for me.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, we should do something of that. We we like to come up with creative games and stuff like that, right? So
yeah.
One for the future. Love that. All right, cool. I think now let's jump into our first segment then, the data dump.
Let's do it.
Ay. Fantasy with the Banta Boys.
So, looking back at the first 10 fixtures of Double Game Week 25, we're looking at key passes. So, everyone has played once here. The highest number recorded was 8 by KDB. and Pascal Gross, and then 5 by Garnacho and McNeil, and then 4 by Julian Alvarez, Barkley, Langa, Andreas, Cho, and Douglas Luiz. Thoughts, Ryan?
What is Forest doing on here twice?
Because who did they play? West Ham? West Ham.
West
Yeah,
Ham.
West Ham are
is
terrible.
rubbish. Yeah, I guess. Okay, fine. Gross. What a monster, yo.
Honestly, this guy is the definition of Fantrax wine. He just keeps getting better and better every fucking season.
Do you know his last, let's just say 5 scores?
I would say the lowest has to be 16 or 17.
So it's 7, and he has a 10.5 in there, but his last 3, 22.5, 17, and 32.
Insane.
Very,
Absolutely
very ridiculous.
fucking insane. Guess where he sits in total points scored?
My guess is top 6.
4th.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say top 5, and I was like, maybe he doesn't make that.
What about key passes?
First.
No, come on. Our king
Bruno?
is first.
Bruno? Fine.
But he's only behind Bruno by 4 key passes. So
Yeah, I thought it was
Bruno
close, so I
17.
was hoping he took over.
Yeah. I mean, it could happen because Bruno's on 72, Pascal's on 68, Odegaard on 64, Trippier on 63, Saka on 61.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's funny to watch 2 City players on here, KDB and Julian, and they scored, 1 goal in this fixture?
Yeah.
Chelsea...
City, yeah.
I don't know. Chelsea, we mentioned it on the waiver, right? Chelsea play better against tough opposition, which they did, but City squandered so many chances, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from tonight's game, they also only scored 1 goal. But if you look at key passes, Rodri had 5, Bilva had 5, Alvarez had 3, Foden had 3.
Yeah.
So, KDB alone still sits top. And it's crazy they didn't bring him on, actually.
I actually was super surprised by that one.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely not worried as an owner, right? You assume Pep is just trying to rest him, I guess.
Oh no, Pep said something after. It's KDB has niggles in his hamstring, but he's okay.
Oh my god. I thought double game weeks were supposed to be fun.
I know, right?
Good god. Your boy barks again on this list.
Rossi Barks. Love it. Love it.
Absolute monster. I mean, he still has a chance to surpass KDB for the game week, right? They're playing Liverpool tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and I mean Kelleher and that, and
Liverpool,
Liverpool that
up
has
top.
just shattered. Yeah. What
What
the hell
is going on?
man? Yeah, I'm hoping for a shootout, 3-3 or something.
Yeah, would be nice. I feel like Luton kind of deserves something against United, but that's United were just trash for not converting. I mean, Garnacho up here. Oh, I wish I had Garnacho in the team. I think I might try and get him. I don't know how.
Yeah, he's looking really good.
Do you think you'd ever try and downgrade Bruno to a Garnacho +1? You think that makes sense? Is that playing with fire?
Not while Casemiro's fit, because I mean, we talked about Bruno pretty much having 0 points at halftime,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden ends with double digits still.
Yeah, but Casemiro is definitely getting a red card in the 5th
Oh
minute
yeah,
next game.
what the hell is going on? And he took off all the yellow card players too, huh?
Good management.
Is it? I
I mean, if not for the yellow card by Mags as well, his pass from out the back nearly
Yeah.
giving Luton a goal,
right.
yeah. McNeil makes sense. So I caught a bit of football throughout this game week, and I definitely caught second half Everton Crystal Palace. And Everton had one tactic, just cross the fucking ball into the box. And we're gonna see who won a lot of areas. But yeah, that was their tactic. And I mean, he gets the assist this game week as well, so it makes sense He took some corners. He took some set pieces. I think Garner also shared with him, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty much give it to McNeil, let him hoof it into the fucking box. So
Fair enough.
everything else fairly standard. So let's talk about some shots. So for again, just the single games, highest number of shots recorded was 9 by Haaland. He had 2 of them on target only. Then 8 shots attempted by Garnacho, Muniz, and Tony. Garnacho had 2 of his 8 on target. Muniz 2 on target. Tony 4 of his 8 on target. Then 6 shots attempted by Adingra, Mr. AFCON winner. He had 3 of his 6 on target. Then 5 shots attempted by Julian Alvarez with 0 on target. Bruno Fernandes with 2 of his 5 on target. Rodri with 1 of his 5 on target, which was the fucking goal. And then Watkins with 2 of his 5 on target. Thoughts, Ryan?
Again, 3 City players on here, 1 goal. Haaland putting up elite numbers.
1.71 XG?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And scoring nothing in this game. He still ghosted pretty well, though.
Yeah, I mean, he surprised me actually this season in terms of his ghost point production.
Yeah, he's delivered when he doesn't score, right? Like,
Yeah.
good enough. Like,
Yeah.
he's not just return dependent.
Mm.
Um,
Which I think for next season's draft, kind of, I mean, assuming Salah's still in the league, which I feel like maybe not if Klopp's leaving as well, but
right.
Haaland for me now kind of surpasses Salah in terms of a round 1 pick, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he was my round 1 pick. But
overall.
you expected it to be return dependent. Now he's solidified himself as that.
Yeah.
Like you said, Adingra, great to see him back. 2 goals on his return. Ridiculous that they were playing. Was it 10-man? Yeah, they played 10-man.
Yeah. I mean, Sheffield United.
It was such an easy game. Like,
We got to talk about that fucking red card from Holgate. Did you see
my
the tackle?
goodness, yeah, I saw it so many times now.
Absolutely. Did you see the Ahmed Hodzic interview?
Yeah, I did not. I just saw a quote from it. Like,
Yeah,
what an idiot.
apparently-
But I did see so many clips of football of old where, players used to rush in with such ridiculous tackles all the time. It was pretty standard. It's good to see the game has gotten this far, but man, what a bad tackle.
Yeah, really fucking bad. I mean, Sheffield are just fucking bad. It's terrible. The gap is ridiculous. Like, that's kind of why I punted on Buonanotte. I'm like, it's Sheffield United. Like,
Yeah, good punt too.
yeah,
Muniz, Tony, 8 shots, promising. Garnacho, 8 shots, ridiculous. Get some accuracy, kid.
it's good to see Mooney's there though. Like, starting to really think about genuinely starting this kid. Like,
Oh yeah, he's a
it's not
starter for me now.
Yeah,
It helps that Jota got injured and I have no choice, but
same.
he's now my starter.
Especially in a blank game week coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Garnacho, across the 2 categories, key passes and shots, that is output to the highest level that you want from an asset.
Insane production.
Like, those alone was 14 points, standard scoring. And he could have easily bagged a couple goals, not just the assist. He got 1 assist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not just the assist, but he could have bagged goals.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm wondering if this is a bit of a gem that people are. I mean, you see the numbers. It's straightforward. Like, he's a great asset. Why would I want to trade him away, sort of thing, right? But
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if, even looking at next season, is this one of those sort of sleeper draft picks? Maybe.
Perhaps. I get what you mean, because the hype is not quite there, but you can tell he's delivering that output. Like,
Exactly. I mean, we were generally worried because of the amount of options early in the season United had with Anthony and Sancho, and you're like, is Garnacho gonna be nailed? But now he's nailed and he's producing. So
yeah.
Some shot data from tonight's match versus Brentford. So Foden and Haaland both 6 shots each. Haaland with 4 on target, Foden on 2 on target. And then you've got Julian and Onyeka with 3 shots attempted, and the rest are just like 2s, 1s, etc. But yeah, I mean, City, elite team, champions, going for the title again. So it's no surprise that they're putting up some of the best numbers every game week. So
Shocking that he only scored 2 goals over this double game week, though. Really
Yeah.
shocking. It's
Yeah.
over like, 50 shots?
it's kind of fucking ridiculous how they
Yeah.
didn't score more. Like, I think maybe owners should count themselves a bit unlucky.
I would think so, yeah. Yeah.
Before we move on, Bruno's on this list. Only put up 11 goals. Are you okay with that?
I am. I do want to see more output soon, though. Like, he was... It's good to see him back on the list. I would have preferred him on the key pass list, not the shots list.
Yeah.
He didn't make that one. That's where I expect to see him. That's easier points, in my opinion. But, you know what? Double digits and I'm happy. I'll remain happy.
I mean, that's the absolute least you expect from any early round pick.
Correct. Exactly.
Cool. Accurate crosses into the box. There was 6 by KDB, 6 by Pascal Gross, 4 by McNeil, 3 by Doughty, 3 by Mikolenko. Thoughts?
Standard-ish. Really ridiculous numbers from Gross in that one game. Played 10-man, and it was Sheffield. Understandable. KDB back to his elite self, obviously. No surprises there. Doughty doing what Doughty does. McNeil and Miko, same team, so that's a bit surprising.
Same side of the pitch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they all they were fucking doing towards the game.
Was
Because
crossing.
Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace scored first, and Palace were like, okay, cool. We're just gonna sit on this shit. So
I don't know much about the new guy.
Orton.
Yeah. No. It's not player, manager.
Oh yeah. God, I'm trying
Gelson?
to remember. Glasner, right?
Oh, right. Jeez.
Oliver Glasner. I had some links going around in some of our groups and stuff. I just forwarded information. Didn't get time to actually go through it properly. But from what I understand, or very little maybe of what I've heard, like in chats, wingback system, I guess.
Okay.
So that's something to kind of look forward to. I hear Eze might be back soon.
Yeah, I heard
as
that
well.
too.
Yeah, so who knows how he's gonna fit everyone together. I don't know if we maybe find some new defensive assets.
Yeah.
Right? Because we've been crying out for defensive options. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everything kind of plays out for Palace.
Fair. Yeah, you
Yeah.
mentioned New Boy Wharton. Took some sets. Looks promising.
Yeah.
But I guess kind of a wait and see now with new management.
Yeah.
And Eze coming back, maybe. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he looked tidy. He made some runs forward. Like, he got some key passes, 3 of them, I think, this game week. So, who knows if he's even going to stay in the team as well, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And I mean, speaking of defensive performances, I think the best defender was Chris Richards for them. Scored 10. They conceded the goal, obviously, but maybe Richards is kind of one to keep an eye on moving forward. You know, there's always a bit of a new manager bounce as well, right? Some assets might start perking, so keep an eye on Rich. Okay, cool. Extra outliers. So again, right up until the end of Everton Crystal Palace. Tackles 1 for that single games. So 5 by Godfrey and Miley. Dispossessions, there was a high of 5 by Ayu, Gimaresh, and Mateta. Interceptions, there was a high of 5 by Tarkowski. Clearances, there was a high of 16 by Disasi. And I did want to mention, Evans got 11 clearances in 45 minutes. Successful dribbles, there was a high of 6 by Menu. Aerials, 17 by DCL. And then block shots, 4 by Enzo and 4 by Lokonga. Thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, some elite numbers there by DCL.
Insane.
Yeah. I faced him in Bash. I faced KDB twice in Bash. Not fun.
Well, once.
True, once.
Yeah.
But they have to face, my opponent has to face the mighty Rossi Barks twice. So,
Ugh.
it evens out.
He's absolutely fucked.
Menu, what the hell, kid?
Kid is good.
What else? I think the rest is fairly standard. Evans, if I guess you double that, 22 clearances in one game.
I'd still be nervous to like stream him though.
Same. That's not where I'm going at all.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, it's fairly standard numbers. So let's go on to our next segment then. League updates. All right, Ryan, why don't you kick things off?
Okay, so DPL was close leading up to tonight's game, but Hull did the job in the end. I got John Stones because I did start him even though he was benched the first game, so he got a clean sheet for me. And then Rodri just doing Rodri things. I am at 148. My opponent is at 115. So I think I have this win here, pending a Luis Diaz hat trick or something, because my opponent has Luis Diaz and Konate, while I have Barkley still, McAllister, and Woodrow. Don't ask why I have Woodrow, but I do.
Man, Adebayo got injured in the warm-up.
I know. And I went chasing the double game week glory.
Yeah. I mean, at least this is the team with Endo, right?
Exactly, yeah. That's it. That's the other one. The good, obviously, Haaland, Rodri, McAllister in his one game did well. Barks in his one game did well so far. So I expect both of those to add to that tomorrow. Game week regrets. Yo, Curtis Trapmaster Jones. I have never benefited from this kid. I know you have once. I decided, he's putting up decent numbers. He got 9 just the game before. And I was actually happy about him as a double game week pick. Very unfortunate, but goes off injured with 0 points. Great.
Is he ruled out for the Luton game? I don't think so, is he?
Oh, is he not? I thought he was out.
Oh. Not sure about that, actually, but you can hope and pray. Maybe he's on the bench, comes off the bench, gets a
I will
couple
take
of
a
points.
2 points. Like, anything.
Yeah.
No, yeah, broken red flag.
Damn.
Will
that's
not
rough.
be an option versus Luton. It's a
Oof.
bone ligament issue.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta feel it for like a few managers out there, right? Starting the game week, even with Jota's injury, like we're both Jota owners, right?
Both Jota owners. I
Yeah.
own Darwin in a league. It's just
You see that shit,
insane.
like, yeah, first 45 minutes, we're buzzing, right? We got the goal, we got the assist, we got the combo, right? Because I also own Darwin in another league, and then all of a sudden it starts falling apart, and you're like, okay, so
What
it's
the
gonna be
fuck?
one of those, like,
Yeah. Obvious regret is going for Woodrow as well. While he still has the next game to prove me wrong, I sold Matata to get him, as in dropped. So
yeah.
that's a bit of a regret there. I also, double game weeks messed with my head. In my head, I was like, the next game week is a blank. You gotta keep Matata at least for the blank.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I saw the lineup, the Adebayo injured in warm up, I was like panicking. Oh yeah, who do I drop?
Yeah.
Cool. I should have just dropped Adebayo himself, but
No, I think you just make the swap with your bench. Like
I should have.
I think,
Okay, obviously that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Back my player that I own.
And that's the thing, is like, I think us as managers, we kind of, it's like you said, get caught up in the hype of the double game week, and we
Yeah.
just want to be a part of it and all that. But looking at where you are first in the league, I think maybe lesson for next game week, and luckily you got away with it this game week, is trust your roster, trust your team, trust what you have, what's gotten you to that point. Because I think second place is also currently losing at the moment, so
Right.
things are kind of swinging your way.
Yeah,
even
second and
better,
third are playing
like-
each other right now, I think.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, it's great, man. You're flying. This is fucking awesome. I really hope you do win this league. Like, that's great.
Would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, still a long way to go, right?
yeah, very, very long.
But the dream is there. So
Correct.
yeah.
Roster concerns, Darwin may be out longish. I don't think it's too long. But I did
Yeah.
drop Mateta, so now I have a forward issue, perhaps.
I mean, I've got like a bajillion. Do you need one?
quite possible. Let's see. And well, waivers haven't cleared, but free agent grabs before the double game week even started. I somehow grabbed Reece James. I
What?
think he's doing individual work, right?
Oh my god, you're
I know.
disgusting.
I like the pain. I was
I
shocked
hate
to
you.
see him free.
yeah.
And I was just like, well, I could wait a month. I think my roster has depth to wait a month.
It would have been really nice if Mbuemo was free in this league for you.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
Yeah. How are you looking for next game week in DPL anyways, like roster wise?
Not good. I'm going to have to chop and change a few. Like Woodrow's are obvious, let loose.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold on to John Stones either. I'm just going to... Yeah, it's not got double game week. I don't think I want City defense.
Yeah, fair.
I think I get a full 11 out comfortably, though.
What? Amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, same here, actually. I got a full 11. I think I have like a sub even. So, let's see.
I need a goalkeeper swap. I always knew Vicario was going to be out.
Dubs is free, bro. So
Yeah. That's me and DPL. How do you do?
I mean, it's still going on for me. I was kind of hoping that we were gonna record tomorrow, and I'm gonna say why. Because, I mean, like even in IGL, like that one is in the balance for me. But looking at DPL, I'm currently losing 120 to 139. My opponent is done. I've got Bell and Jota left, and the Jota's crocked, right? So it's basically Bell trying to claw back a 19-point lead. So the reason I was saying I was hoping we record tomorrow, barring some miracle, Bell goal, Bell clean sheet, I would have been saved by the Bell.
Ah, sick. That would have been awesome.
Great pod name, right?
Yeah.
But game week good so far is Flecken waiver pick went fucking awesome. Second game. First game, I mean, concede 4 still, score positive. I guess that's a bonus.
Yep.
Tarkowski, Bonanotte stream, Douglas Luiz, Tony. Regrets. So I started Huang instead of Muniz. Muniz got like 17.5. Huang got 4.5. So like that 13-point swing could have actually possibly made me win my matchup. And I'm just wondering, like, I think back to it even. It's like Muniz wasn't ghosting well. He was fairly goal dependent. And I was like, Huang is on pens. I don't trust Spurs defense. I think Wolves will score. Wolves ended up winning 2-1. Huang actually had a big chance that game. I think he got XG of like 0.3, 0.31 or something like that. He missed a big chance easily early in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, do I go, like, if I think back to it, do I still make that decision? Or do I think, hey, back the guy on form? I think at that point he was like, what? 2-3, 3-3, some shit like that.
Maybe 3-3.
No, he was 3-2. Yeah,
3-2.
So do I back him? And the thing is, I didn't know he was on pens or anything like that, and he was coming off 73rd minute, 74th minute. But then this game he came off 90th minute. So am I just like do I just chalk that up to, hey, it's football, it's fucking random, don't beat yourself up?
Yeah, I would say so. I get the logic behind wanting Huang as a penalty kick taker.
Yeah.
Yes, Spurs are a bit more difficult, but they're never a closed book. They're always open, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. I would also argue that Wolves are a slightly better team.
Yeah.
Fulham are playing good football at the moment and are on form, but yeah, I could see why. I also bench Muniz in my other league, so
yeah. Roster concern, Jensen. Shit first game, bench second game. What the fuck's going on? What do we do as owners?
Yeah, so we discussed this before. I did ask, are you going to play Jensen? Except that was kind of if he didn't make the roster, I guess. If he didn't start the double game week off. But we did know that there's a risk element to it, right?
Yeah.
He was not performing well.
Guess who outscored Jensen this double game week?
Who did? Yeah, no?
if you had
Oh, I don't actually have a clue how Jensen finished.
oh yeah, so Jensen got 4.5 in 73 minutes first game, 0 in 12 minutes as a sub second game. If you had to take a wild guess, if I had to, anytime I ask this question, you should automatically know the answer of who I'm referring to.
Why am I so lost right now?
Who do you think? Midfielder on my roster.
Oh, Brownhill.
you go.
Oh, yeah. Standard. Very standard.
Yeah, man. 6 points. This is Arsenal, so
True.
in a 5-0 loss.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jensen, I'm like, what do we do with him moving forward? Like, he doesn't have trade value, surely not.
No, at this point, no.
Do you drop him? Or consider him now just on your bench as backup?
Bench as backup.
That's crazy.
If he doesn't start the next game, then he's in drop territory. I think one game is fine.
Surely he redeems himself versus West Ham. Like,
You would think so. Exactly.
yeah. Next big dilemma, Jota. Injury set to be 2 months, possibly pushing game week 33?
Oh, really? I didn't ever check the timeline to see. But okay.
Yeah, like
yeah.
33, 34, I'd say.
That's what, like 8 game weeks out?
Yeah, but that's the end of the season. Like, unless you're in playoffs, maybe
Right,
it's a
true.
drop.
True. I hadn't thought about it. I do own my next league. I might. I don't. That's tough. So
It's
much
very
love for
tough.
that Liverpool player. Smart.
Yeah. You never know with these like early return to play timelines, and I don't know. I would have massive fucking regrets if I dropped him and then there was some, it's not as bad as it's fair,
Yeah.
back in a month. Like,
I mean, let's be real. He's been awesome for the last month and a half.
yeah, simply amazing, man. Even to watch, like,
Yes.
great player. Yeah. Cool. Waiver picks TBD. Yeah, I don't know if I did anything mid game week. Oh no, the Bonanote pick, but nothing for like next game week. I mean, he plays
Right.
next game week, but I might even drop him. I don't know if he's gonna start. So
Yep. That's fair.
what about Banter League for you?
Banter League is going horribly. I'm on 92. My opponent's on 150 and counting.
Oh, who are you playing?
Is it Sean? Yeah, Sean. Is that Thomas? I forget. No, Thomas is Sachs, right?
We can call him Lord Voldemort.
Right. But, so Sean had, let me rattle off some of these players for you. Rodri, who I own in the next league, so I obviously wanted to do well. McAllister, who I own in the next league, so I obviously wanted to do well. Darwin, who I also own. Then he had Kai Havertz.
Oh,
Stellar,
I played Kai in a
and
league.
played Kai. Akanji. Yeah, that's primarily it, but that alone is well over 120.
Dude, I played Kai over Mope in my dad's.
Are you kidding? Nice.
It worked out. It's such a treat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for me, I had very few things going for me. I mean, I had Box. I picked up Flecken like you. And Bruno, but Bruno just did bare minimum, I would say. What really was the regret? Frigging, what Teru you doing? I don't know. that was plugged in on Discord, and we are like, that's the perfect name for the next episode.
I mean, I see a better name in your notes, which I'm probably gonna use. So.
Yeah. And Endo was horrible in his full 90 minutes, no injury. I expect the world of recovery next match tomorrow. That was a huge mistake. Benching Muniz was a big mistake. And then it's just Richarlison looks shit again with Son back. And I got his injuries in Jota or early subs in Mags. So
Yeah, Rich got 1 point.
yeah.
He's really dropped off. What the fuck? Like,
Exactly. I mean, we always knew he's kind of return dependent.
yeah.
So, not that surprised. Again, here, Jota injury just shafts me of a forward and I have even fewer forwards here, I'm now left with Jota and Muniz. And I'm sorry, Richarlison and Muniz. Jota's out. So
Yeah, and then Rich is blanking next game week, so
exactly.
yeah. I mean, when we get to second half waiver picks, we might find some gems for you, so.
Hopefully.
So for me, IGL, currently losing 95 to 99, so this one's a lot closer, but I have hopes here because it's Bell and Verge versus Kanate.
Oh yeah, I think you win that.
Yeah, you're assuming I do, right? Unless it's Kanate goal, like, come on. Like,
True. Or just Liverpool spank Luton so much that Bell's negatives.
oh, God.
Vivian
Can you
and Kanate
imagine?
match each other.
Oh, that definitely will happen. Give me good streaming Kiwior.
Yo.
Playing Kiwior.
Yo.
Got
Good
the
pick.
assist
Good pick.
of a fucking throw-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, really happy about that pick, man. Arsenal are just fucking awesome. So I think best defense, it was a no-brainer for me.
Agreed.
Right? Bruno, we talked about during data dump. Douglas Luiz, Tony, same as DPL. Regrets. So benching Gakpo. I don't know. When I started the game week, everything was good. I had everything set up perfectly. Gakpo was in my lineup. Had I not touched anything, had I not looked at lineups and stuff like that, he would be there. And it's a bit of a freak result, you know, with all these injuries and stuff like that. He has to come on a lot earlier than expected. Goal and assists, like... Hindsight, do you still play Gakpo because it's the double game week?
The double game week, I would have played him for sure. I think in the double game week, I'd expect him to get total 90 minutes. He was obviously fortunate that he came on more than, like, way before he was supposed to. I still would have played him though.
Do you think that maybe forward or attacking players are the only ones you kind of risk, first one on the bench, possible second minutes for like a double game week? Because I mean you did it with John Stones, right? And you got away. So
because it could easily go the other way around, right? Ake started the first game, didn't do that well, didn't start the second game, and there you go, right? John Stones doubled Ake basically.
Yeah.
I think some defenders, if it's an Arsenal defender, it's worth playing in a double game week. If it's like Anthony Robinson, obviously Trips, Trent, those kind of caliber level players, you have to play. By the way, Anthony, again, what the hell?
You got the assist, right?
Yeah, ridiculous.
He also got a haircut, by the way. So.
I saw. Adingra's haircut is looking good too. I guess he had that for the cup.
Yeah, he did. I mean, again, I didn't even realize I played 4 defenders in this team again. So maybe I think what I need to do is 3-man defense. Do I have a forward or whatever on my bench? Can I play over him? Then do that. Like, I need to stop wasting a starting spot on fucking defenders.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I even started Paulinho. So even over Paulinho, I should be like, okay, double game week attacker. Because Paulinho, Brownhill, all those sort of boys on all my rosters are all like backup midfielders, right? That you need on a rainy day. So,
right.
I do want to talk about one thing that really isn't a roster concern, but something to be excited about with all these Liverpool injuries. Cody Gakpo.
Now is his time.
Free in our DPL league, by the way. And you need a forward.
Oh, I'm not going to get him. I have 3 fab or something. Can you imagine Harvey Elliott plays over Cody Gakpo with all these injuries?
Oh, 100% it's going to happen, bro.
Gravenberch and Elliott starting.
So, like, I'm wondering, I know it's like blank game week or whatever, but would you waste a waiver roster on like thinking ahead?
I would do that on Gakpo, yeah.
Right? Gakpo, Elliott,
he
like...
might be in less demand because of that. Yeah.
No one's gonna fucking... Like, no one's... Who the hell's wasting money on a player that's not playing in a game week? Like...
True. I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, but I mean, to the ones that listen to the pod, maybe a couple of them get away with it, so...
True.
Because surely Gakpo was a drop in many leagues because of the lack of minutes, lack of form, all that sort of stuff, but time to shine, man. They're chasing a title, so...
Yeah, agreed.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, nothing else, nothing decided. I guess we can take our halftime pint.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. So we'll see you after the break with some questions and picks. So we'll see you in a bit. And we are back. Oh, I just cracked my shoulder.
Oh, I thought you cracked your back as a "we are back." It was
Oh.
like weird pun guy.
Yeah. Did you hear that actually?
Yes, I did hear it very clearly. I was like, also didn't need to hear that so clearly.
We got some questions, man.
We do.
I don't know if I want to answer all of them though. Some of them are touted towards you bragging a bit on the pod, so
Let's do it.
all right. So I'll start us off then with one of our favorites, Ben, Discord name 32 Chickens. So he's got a couple of questions, messages, that sort of stuff. So his first one is, why has Ryan kept quiet that he's second overall in all of the community league? Bashful? Don't be shy.
No, not bashful. I just feel like when you start talking out your ass, that's when you get the loss.
I'm also sure you were not even aware you were that high in the table.
No, I was aware.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah.
All
And I'm
right.
also extremely low if you sort by points 4. I'm not in like, the top 10. I'm probably not even in the top 20. So
X luck, very high.
yeah, exactly. Another reason I don't want to be talking up. And now that my fixture looks one, except maybe Luis Diaz screws me. Who knows? But fine. I'm just going to embrace it when I hit 10 wins in a row. I'm at 9 or 8 running. So
Wait, was I part of this streak?
yes, you were.
Oh.
No, were you?
Oh, was I at the start? Can I end it? Like,
Maybe.
if I was at the start, you're welcome. That's all I gotta say.
Fair.
Yeah, man. I'm honestly so fucking ecstatic that you're top of the league that we're in together in the community league, right?
Right.
We're just trying to show people how it's done in the Banter Boys. So yeah, man, proud of you. Go all the way, man. Bring it home. So Ben's second question is about Tarkowski. No clean sheet, no goal. I think he ended up around like 17 and a half or something like that. After conceding one. So which defenders do you want on your roster rest of season ahead of him?
Ahead of him? Few. Right?
Any?
Trips?
Trips upside, yeah.
Trips upside, yes. And typically his floor is less. I mean, his floor is higher.
Yeah. But Tark is just consistent.
Oh, yeah. I would even argue VVD to some degree.
Yeah. Oh, but the thing is, like, I mean, defenders get points for defensive actions, more to do by Tark versus VVD. Like,
Yeah, okay, fair. And if they concede it, yeah, it gets dicey. Not
Yeah.
always. VVD is a monster sometimes. I'm going to throw out one. I don't think he's ahead of Tarks, but I just mentioned him. Anthony Robinson,
I was just gonna ask you, like, I got a name for you, like.
Yeah. What is his last few scores? Seriously. Like, this kid is smashing it.
Yeah, so let's go last 4 games, January 30th. So looking back at Fulham, Everton, 14.5. Then Feb 3rd versus Burnley, he got 12.5 with the assist. Then Feb 10th versus Bournemouth, he got 19.75 after conceding once. And then versus Villa, 2-1 loss, he got the assist there, 12 points. So he scores less when he gets attack returns.
Yeah, which is shocking, but insane 20-pointer when he conceded.
Yeah. Man's
Crazy
just a
asset.
machine.
Yeah.
Absolute machine. Do you think he sees a Fulham?
No, I think it's time. Spread your wings, man.
Yeah. Fly. All right, cool. Next question.
Okay, the next one is from Max. He has 2 for us, actually. So, well, not quite question this one, but he thought he was too late for the pod, but he was curious to hear if that start and goal changes, what does Banter Boys think about Sterling for the rest of the season?
So I don't know if you caught the TDS stream that I did last week.
I did not. I heard they were shitting on him.
Yeah, I basically called Stilling maybe 3 to 4 starts rest of season.
Okay.
Like, would you be surprised by that prediction though?
No, I still think it's gonna hold true.
Like, he's been terrible. He's been so bad. His shooting has been bad, and I don't know if it's just one of those situations where you're playing your old team, you step up.
I think it's that, yeah.
So sell high, right? Trade high.
Oh yeah, if you can get some value for him now, do it.
Yeah. I'm still so skeptical on it, man. Like, I still think as fucking bad as he is at finishing, Nico Jackson is very important to our team. I mean, look at the goal. Look at his touch. Look at the run. Look at the pass.
I would love to give him such, like, the benefit of the doubt. I'd give it to him and Darwin, both. But my word, they test me, yo. Like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Holland this double game week was just as bad, if not worse. So, whatever. It happens.
Yeah.
Consistently for an entire season? No, it does not happen, though.
Yeah. But I mean, with Nico and Palmer part of the front three, I still think that final spot goes to Nkunku.
It should, right? 2 benches in a row. It's kind of strange. He does make you a better team when he comes on.
Easily. He's a fucking quality player.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just minutes, fitness, like...
Yeah, I'm hoping it's both and, like, managing him slowly till he's there permanently.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at players that are being rushed back. Like, injuries have been crazy this season, right? So...
And yeah, Verdict is out on Salah tomorrow. Who knows?
Exactly. Cool. His next question?
His next question is pretty much the same. Does the start and goal change what you think about Sterling rest of season? I guess that we covered that.
Yeah, I think I might have taken one from general chat, one from questions.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So our next question is from Draft Espresso. Felipe is back. 10.75 big ones. Ghosted 4.75. So they kept the clean sheet versus West Ham. This guy was hyped all last year. With holding on to or don't let the hope kill me on this one?
He's not for me. I thought
Same.
with clean sheets he'd be better than 10.75.
If it was 10.75 ghosts,
Exactly.
take my money.
I find there's too much chopping and changing in that Forest team as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they've settled down recently. I haven't been following, but I know for a while they were chopping and changing a lot in defense.
I kind of like the look of Tavares.
Yo, me too.
Yeah. He's got like attacking flair about him, and I felt like he combined well with Cho on that left side.
Exactly that.
So, yeah, he puts in some crosses and stuff like that. So I think if you're looking for a defender with a bit of upside and you're willing to gamble on Forest defense, then Tavares over Felipe for me.
And that's purely eye test, I would say. Nothing's backing that yet, but he's there alongside Cho on those breakaways.
Yeah. And I think Tavares only got like 12.5, so not much more than Felipe with the clean sheet. So it's not by a lot, but yeah, it's like you said, eye test.
Yeah.
So. Cool. Next question.
Next question is from Mo. His handle is Mo2729. How you guys doing? It's been a while since I asked something, but I got the dilemma going on. With Eze coming back, who do you think is worth picking up from Palace? Munoz in most league. Munoz can play as a mid as well, or Wharton. He thinks because when Eze is back, maybe he'll take back set pieces. So I don't know if Wharton will hold his value. Then he just said, "Have a great night, boys. Cheers."
Thanks, Mo. So I think I'd go Munoz rest of season, right?
Yeah, especially if he could play as a mid.
Yeah.
Then you can play him in those like Liverpool type games or City games where you think they're going to get trampled.
Yeah, exactly. He got a couple of key passes this game, so
Yeah.
maybe like a mid 4, mid 5, but defender 3.
Yeah. Which you only play as defender on the easy ones.
I mean, Palace have Burnley next, right?
Oh, yeah. That's a
So
tasty fixture.
So if I had to pose it to you this way, are you taking Munoz as a defender, Munoz as a midfielder, or Wharton? Who are you taking?
Munoz as a mid, Wharton after, and then Munoz as a defender.
That's interesting.
But I guess versus Burnley, the defender is what I will play him as, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
in
think
terms of-
this game week only Wharton, but rest of the season, Munoz.
Fair.
I think Wharton could possibly get an attacking return. It's only because Burnley are that fucking bad.
Yeah. It would help for as a owner too to just have, the asset who's ticking along while he's out.
Yeah. Like a temporary cuff, I
Yeah.
guess.
Exactly.
Because the minute Eze is back, Wharton becomes a dud, I think.
Perhaps, yeah. Or if
Perhaps,
Eze
yeah.
relapses or something,
Yeah. True. I don't know if we made it any easier for him, so.
No. Cheers, Mo.
Next question is from Mr. Nauru. Is it too early to be prepping for the blank apocalypse in game week 29?
I don't think so. Blank Apocalypse 29, definitely a concern of mine, but we don't know the fixtures yet, right? For example, Chelsea could lose to Leeds and then have a fixture. That would probably help a lot of managers. But in terms of, say, who I'm going to pick up to get through blank game week 26, my mind is already thinking who also plays in 29. So you mentioned Jensen, for example, earlier, and like, do you drop him? And my mind immediately ran off and said, I'm not thinking he's a drop right now because he has a fixture in 29. Like, that's rare. And he's a good asset if he gets starts from now on out.
Yeah.
So I'm not I'm not changing my whole team to suit. It's just thoughts at this point.
Yeah, and I mean we're gonna get to waiver picks and stuff later on, right? But I guess maybe we pay a special mind on like Fulham, Villa, Spurs, Brentford, West Ham, Burnley assets because those are the nailed fixtures for now, right? But I still planning as in like how much are you really chopping and changing for these assets? So
No, none.
Yeah. I think it's one of those situations on the day off you can still get through.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It will be a scramble, right? Like, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, for sure. But I think maybe wait on the FA Cup ties to play out. I think it's like a week away. Then we get confirmed news and then
Exactly.
I think we start planning. So, yeah. Too early. A little too early. Cool. Then final question, I think.
Right. Last question is from GD_Bristol. He's like, hey guys, random question. Have any of you Draft Society lads looked into scoring ways to bring defenders closer to midfielders and forwards? His home league is talking about rejigging their scoring system, I guess. That's
So I don't
clearly
think-
for you.
So, but that's the thing. I don't think he knows that there are like no Draft Society lads in our Discord. It's literally just me.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. I mean, we can still answer it.
Yeah. I can start off by saying what we did in Banter League this year. What we did was, instead of your first 2 goals conceded, instead of it being -2 points, it was -1. Any goals beyond that went back to -2 though. And I think that alone, which is the only change, made it a lot more balanced between defenders and mid. I haven't pulled data to back this. I plan to at the end of the season just to see where the tables lie versus where the rankings on a normal table lies. When I say normal, I mean default scoring. But I think that change alone has brought a lot more balance back to defenders. Like, you're not getting punished -4 off the bat. Like, yes, it's still -2 if you concede 2, but it makes those defenders from teams that tend to concede 1 or 2 always better options.
Yeah, there's gonna be ways to kind of even it out, because, I mean, I don't want to be only be playing like 3 defenders every
exactly.
game week. So,
And for example, there I can get like, I would say Dalo is pretty much going to score me 8+ every game week now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, United aren't the most solid defensively, but it's going to be rare that he doesn't outscore 8 points.
Yeah, because it's frustrating. We have so many fucking forwards every game week available that we can stream. Like, it's a fucking headache to decide between, 3-4 players which my forward 3 is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I would like an easier decision. Hey, if I've got defenders that I know I can trust, then I'd probably roll those out. I don't know.
Yeah. One that I put all my scoring changes to a poll before the season started, right? Like, the league voted on this one. The other one I was toying with was clearances for defenders should be worth 0.5 points. Players for all other players with 0.25 points. So that one didn't get voted in, but they did vote on all players being entitled to clearance points. So forwards and mids do get clearance points in my league. Again, you would think that makes a big difference. It really doesn't. Like, in the course of a game, a mid might get 1-2 clearances max. So it's not a big change. Some forwards who do a lot of aerial work, defensive clearances. We've seen Kane in the past be that guy. They benefit. But again, it's to the tone of like 4 clearances for one game, 1 extra point. It's not massive.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see the 0.5 per clearance for a defender go through, though, because I think that would balance it a lot.
Yeah. And they do it more often than
Yes, exactly.
other players. So, yeah, makes sense. Cool. Hopefully that sparks some ideas for you, JD Bristol. And yeah, that wraps up the questions. Thanks, everyone. So now we'll move into our final segment, which is the FA/waiver picks. So for this segment, we're looking at picks under 40% owned. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty useful in blank game week. I'm sure lots of people are scrambling to get a full 11, and maybe you can't get a full 11, but maybe you get 9 or 10, and the picks we suggest might help make a difference in your result for next week. So let's start off with goalkeepers.
Yeah, always our favorite to talk about, right?
Yeah, but I feel like there's none to talk about. That's the problem.
I'm not against Verbergen. I guess it's still the problem that has persisted the entire season for Brighton, right?
The rotation.
The rotation, why? Like, I don't want to have to worry about my goalkeeper every single game week.
I mean, to be fair, Everton are not really scoring goals, so
I might
possible
go there.
clean sheet play.
I might go there.
Yeah.
That's one I would talk about of this list the most. Like, Sam Johnson, I don't want.
Even though it's up against Burnley, who are terrible as well.
Oh, I guess that's a good point. They are really bad. No. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
I mean, you're looking for a goalkeeper this game.
I am looking for a goalkeeper. I think Jose Sa is free. And I think that's who I'm going to go for.
Playing Sheffield United.
Yeah, exactly.
Another fantastic option. So,
Matt Sals. What do you think of Matt Sals?
doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence eye test wise. I don't know.
Neither me, but decent score this game week.
Yeah, it's not like he's a terrible keeper or whatever, but it's nothing that screams, I feel safe or comfortable looking at him in net or whatever. There's still a bit of nervousness about it. I don't know.
I mean, so yeah, okay, I get your point. Clean sheet against West Ham, not going to happen all the time.
Yeah. And away to Villa in this game week, so
Yeah, you would get trampled.
yeah.
Fair
So,
point. Fair point.
I think I prefer. I mean, if Sal's free in your leagues, but I think he's over 40 in this. But
Yes.
I'd probably go Sa, Brighton keeper, then Johnstone.
Okay, fair. And that's mostly a fixture-driven thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you have a keeper already, I think keep them versus
Yeah.
these guys. So, yeah. All right. Defense.
Oh, there's so many. Really should be starting with the boy you picked up. Best defense in the league, man. And Arsenal are just on some ridiculous form.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I feel like teams aren't even able to get a sniff at their goal at the moment.
Yeah, and yet the defenders are still putting up okay. I mean, Saliba only put up like 8 points, but Gabriel finished with like 12 point something or 15 or something. Not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Yeah. And now up against Newcastle at home. Like Newcastle don't have Wilson's playing?
He's
You
out.
have Wilson, don't
No,
you?
he's out.
He's out again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pectoral muscle. He's having pectoral surgery. Yeah, there's a joke there, but I'm trying to get us to get, 5 stars, so
Yeah, true. Fair.
he's having a boob job. All right, there you go. Yeah, so I feel like they could still get a clean sheet versus Newcastle.
I think so too.
Yeah, I really like Hero as a pick, and I'm hoping he keeps the spot. Like, it's kind of tough, but yeah, I mean, not the worst pick,
Mm-hmm.
not the best pick, but steady as you go. Where else can we go? I mean, let's talk about Brighton since we talked about some of the keepers. We can talk about the defenders from those teams as well.
Okay. Lewis Dunk. What the hell, man? Stop doing it. Stop it.
We usually
I-
don't look at Brighton centre backs, but should we do that now? Like,
Yeah, Dunk is also getting like
attack
in the
returns.
box, attacking
Yeah.
returns. He's getting there. He's getting on his head on the ball. We know he has this in him. It's just we haven't seen it for a very long time. And then he gets what? An assist and a goal in his last 3 games.
Yeah, but look at the last 4 games. Minus 1.75, sure, 4-0 loss versus Luton. Then the goal versus Palace, where he conceded 18.25. Then 2-1 loss to Spurs, -4. And then the assist clean sheet game versus Sheffield United, 22.25. So he's scoring negative this game week.
That looks like the pattern, yes.
That's how math works, right?
Of course. So, I mean, obviously, who's more stable, better, and did really well this game week? Van Hecker, right?
Yeah. 22 without any attacking returns.
Yeah. More stable. He's probably not going to finish negative, right?
Hmm.
Like that same Tottenham game where Dunk finished with -4, he finished with 5.5.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer from my defender.
Yeah, exactly.
How did Webster do? Webster was active in that game.
7 in 45 minutes, so probably don't look at him as a pick.
Oh, he didn't get it. Okay, I thought he got to 60.
No.
So yanked at halftime. Weird.
I mean, so was Lamptey.
Yeah, I know. Webster was looking good, man. Webster
He was.
doing things.
Kind of harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not touch Lamptey. Wouldn't touch Webster, given that. But fair.
And then Van Heck over Dunk.
Yes.
Cool. Let's look at Munoz from Palace then.
Sure. I mean, it's a fixture for me. Obviously, I think Munoz is worth keeping an eye on. But right this moment, if you need an asset for next game week, to me, it's his fixture is better than most.
And he probably has upside as well playing wing back. So
Exactly. This new system probably going to benefit him.
I don't think there's too much to be said about that. I think he's definite start, especially in a blank week. So
Yep. We spoke about Forrest a bit, Felipe
Yeah.
and Tavares.
Yeah.
We do think Tavares is better there.
Yeah, agreed.
I want to talk about the Wolves boys, not just because they face Sheffield, but because Eight Nouri is just the dribble king. So we've come to realize.
Yeah. I still love Craigie Daw though.
Oh, Craig Dawes is so good. Kelman is so consistent too, huh? I guess he doesn't
Yeah.
quite make the list anymore, does he?
No. He doesn't. But very, very consistent, man.
Craigie Dawes, man. Craigie Dawes.
Yeah, surely, like, he's scoring this game, right?
He's always there. He's he got a key pass, right? Was that it?
I mean, he had a goal that was chalked off, but yeah, he got a key pass this game as well.
Oh, it was a goal. I remember something was around. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
I think he had the goal and it was ruled offside and but
okay, gotcha.
listen,
gotcha.
Sheffield United terrible at set pieces, Craigie great at set pieces.
Oh, good point.
What's not
Gotta
to
get
love?
him in. Gotta get him in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Or
go
like
8
you
nor and
said-
regret it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Or you get like the top 2 defensive dribblers in the league. Like
Yeah, exactly.
you know, triple Wolves defense. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Honestly, that would be such a great stream this game week. Like, and Sheffield United are gonna score like to start.
You know where I'm riding my luck, like to no end. Fabian Scher is
Oh
still
my
in my
God.
DPL team.
So disgusting.
How
How is
is
this guy
this-
scoring? Like,
Yeah, scoring or getting winning a pen or some other fluke return.
oh, defender 1 at the moment. Come on.
Yeah,
Surely this is a fluke and you sell him high. Come on, man. No
I
way.
need to. Yeah, I really need to.
Right?
And then go and pick up Craigie Dawes when I trade out for a forward, right?
There you go. Yeah, make some money, get Craigie Daw.
Yeah.
Absolutely soaring. Everton boys. So I think they're good for a clean sheet here and there. Like throughout the rest of the season or whatever. So I don't mind punting on like Ben Godfrey and stuff like that.
Right,
I mean
right.
this fixture I think it's a bit tough, but like next game week against West Ham if Beckett is not back, I think it's a good stream. But you know, I don't know if you realize something, but apparently Ashley Young was the only defender to get the clean sheet, right? Because he was subbed
Yeah.
before they conceded and all that. He still scored the lowest points of all
Yeah,
defenders.
I know. You told me this. Ridiculous, honestly.
Oh, you can't write that. It's fucking hilarious.
You really can't. I mean, I came up against Branthwaite, smashed it. We spoke about Tarkowski, smashed it.
Yeah.
Really, if they're going to ghost well, might as well, right?
Yeah. Where else can we go? Oh, Nathan Collins got dropped for Zanka, right, tonight? In
Yeah.
Brentford. So we're gonna assume he's a dead asset, right? Because the first game he played Collins, he was fucking terrible for all the goals they conceded. So
Right. That's a fair assessment. I don't really want Longley at all.
same.
I think Tosin's worth discussing again. He's back.
Yeah. I mean, if he starts,
Grab
play
him. Yeah.
Grab him, play him. Yeah. I mean, Game Week 26, he's part of that early kickoff window, right? So
Yes.
stash him now. If he doesn't start, easy drop.
Fair point.
And
Yeah.
You look to like Wolves' defense to kind of sort you out.
Agreed.
Is Barney too early to grab now for the double game week in 28?
I think he's too early for me. I'm not going there yet.
Yeah, because they play City this game week, right? So
Yeah.
anyone else? Matt Ritchie scoring this game week, by the way, with his
Blast from
same
the past.
celebration. Yeah,
So good.
kicking down the fucking corner post.
Corner,
Apologized for it post-match interview, which was
Oh, yeah?
quite sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I think those are your defenders. Do you want to pick one each, or do you want to save that for the mini game? What do you want to do?
Main guy. If I had to go one out of all the ones we shouted, I just really like what I saw from Van Hecker this game week. I'm gonna
Yeah.
shout Van Hecker.
Cool. I'm gonna go Craigie though.
Yeah, perfectly fine. I just didn't want to take yours. I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah, I mean it was either him or Kiwior, really.
Fair.
Cool. All right. Let's talk about some mids.
Buonanotte. Good night.
Great stream.
Yeah. He is so return dependent though.
Yeah.
I don't like that. But
Yeah.
in the right fixture, the right timing will pay off for you.
I'd probably still drop him, even
Yeah, that's
if he
fine.
starts. Because Everton are still defensively solid. I feel like you said, he might struggle if he doesn't score, assist, or whatever. So
Yeah. Yo, what was up with Newcastle mids this game week, man? Bruno putting up 11, Miley putting up 11. What was that about? Miley, why are you ghosting so well?
I mean, Bournemouth are kind of poopy
Bad at the
butthole right
moment.
now.
Yeah.
So yeah. So maybe that's kind of why. I
guess.
Newcastle
So
is still decent going forward.
they are. I mean, Miley gets his points more from defensive side of games. Like he put up 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 aerials, 1. Like I suspect he's going to have to do a lot of work versus Arsenal, but again, it's Arsenal. I'm not going there.
Yeah, same. I think same with Longstaff as well.
Yeah, same with Longstaff. I did want to bring up the fact that Miley smashed it this game week, though.
Yeah. Definitely worth a mention. I mean, coming game weeks, possible streamer, but yeah, not this one.
How do you feel about Mainu?
Still one for Dynasty. I don't think I'd be inclined to stream him. Feels a bit too rogue.
Yeah.
If he had a set piece here and there.
Okay.
I kind of want that.
6 successful
reliance.
dribbles though.
Yeah, one off surely, no.
You would probably.
He had the yellow card as well with that 8.5, I think, this week. So
Yep.
we're not looking at West Ham mids.
No, don't want to touch anything West Ham right now.
But since we're there alphabetically, W, Wolves, João Gomez with the brace.
Ridiculous. There were some random scores this game week too.
Fucking random as hell. Though, I'm sure managers are going to be looking at him now, though, that they're coming up against Sheffield United. So
True. Not interested for me personally, but
same.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, 23 with 2 goals, though?
Yeah, and what was it? When he got his assist, it was a 14. Okay, so that's not too bad, actually.
It's not too bad, but the scores around that. 4 points in 62 minutes, 6 points in 84, 3.5 in 90. I don't know.
Yeah.
Surely there must be someone better out there.
For sure.
I'd rather go Wharton, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Good
I
job,
expect
Gomes.
Wharton to be pretty popular in the waiver picks this week.
Would you want any of his teammates?
Oof. Probably not. I don't know how. Okay, Lerma maybe. I don't know how Hughes and Schlupp have been doing. Let me see.
So Lerma got 0.5 this game week.
Oh,
Fucking-
great.
So annoying. I mean, last game week he got 10 with the goal. So
Goal, yeah.
So I think it's the Wharton or bust, really.
Okay.
but you don't like it's still a bit of an unknown, right? Who's playing, who's gonna what their formation is gonna be, tactics. Like maybe give Glasner a bit of time, but for now stick with Wharton. So
Yeah, fair. I sometimes wish IU was a mid, huh?
yeah, I wish we had more mids than forwards. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
make
I
Salah mid next season as well. So
yeah.
but yeah, I agree. I use like fucking class though.
Always there.
Yeah, he's always involved. Like he always gets points. Like I think an underrated pick.
I mean, 10 from scoring a goal is not great at all, right? Don't get us
No.
wrong.
No,
But-
it's not.
It's like one of those nostalgic types. Anyway,
Yeah.
enough on Palace. Palace aren't good. Um, oh, do I really want to talk Sheffield at all?
Surely not.
No, I don't think so.
Even D'Souza, like I cooled off of him slightly.
Yeah, I mean, he had an okay game. 10 men. It was a tough game. Still put up 6.5. I don't mind it. I think he was close to scoring at point 2, no? Or he was involved in the mix-up where the goal got chalked off or something.
Yeah, but like for this game week, when I came down to it, I was talking to you right in chat. I was like trying to decide between either bet on Munoz later on or gamble on D'Souza versus Buonanotte.
Yeah.
And I went Buonanotte because of fixture play, Sheffield
Right.
United. So I'm wondering if it's one of these situations where you're going João Gomez instead of Costa.
Could do. I would probably, yeah. Faced with those two options.
Yeah.
Any interest in McAtee then? McAtee's a pen taker. He doesn't ghost as well as I would like him to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, fair.
I think I've cooled off completely. Like, I don't want to have to rely on a Sheffield United asset if I don't have to.
Yeah, okay, fair. What about like Bournemouth? Are Bournemouth still in your radar?
I mean, double game week on the horizon. It sucks that Alex Scott isn't getting consistent minutes.
I was now gonna say it's Alex Scott for me. Or bust.
Like, he has the potential to ghost like an absolute machine.
yeah. Dango
Like,
as well. Not that
yeah.
we're at forwards yet, but
Yeah. But I mean, like, Chef is still doing his thing,
yes.
right? I think if you wanna get like a mid 4, mid 5, you could probably grab Chef and Chef Cook and, stash him ahead of 28 because it's like a similar Lokonga sort of play, right?
Oh yeah, agreed.
And I mean, versus City, the my only concern is like you shouldn't play him versus City. But I know like he's supposed to have all that defensive work and stuff like that, but City are just way too elite of a team with like
Yeah.
passing that he's not gonna get a sniff anywhere near.
Correct.
I just feel like he could get a yellow card easily, a red card easily, sort of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
and Clivert, like, way too return dependent for me.
Agreed. I'm struggling to see why he even plays still.
Yeah. By the way, you know who got a bit of ghost points off the bench for Brentford this game week? Damsgaard.
Oh really?
Yeah, so in the game versus Liverpool, he got 15 minutes and scored 6 points.
What did he get it from? Key passes?
1 key pass, 1 tackle, 2 interceptions, 1 accurate cross into the box.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm.
Shame he
But I
doesn't
mean-
get more minutes.
Yeah, true. Very, very true. But now Vissa's back, like, I'm worried about minutes. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Onana scoring the goal for Everton. But would you look there at all? Any of those
No.
Everton boys? Onana?
Not for
interesting game?
me.
No. Yeah, same. So I know like Liverpool blank, but I left Elliot's name in the table because of what I talked about before. Is maybe go for assets that could have high potential next few game weeks instead of next immediate game week.
Yeah, and you think his playing time is more solidified now, right?
Yeah.
At least once we get news.
Yeah.
And we will tomorrow by the time the game kicks off. So.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else, or shall we wrap things up with forwards?
I mean, as you mentioned, Alfie Elliott, I'll just throw out Gravenberg as well. Like,
Not bad.
Yeah.
Cool. Forwards.
okay. I usually enjoy talking about forwards. I actually find the list has become very thin these days.
Yeah.
Cho is the obvious good one left for me.
Yeah.
And Muniz.
Agreed.
Those are like the standout options at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I apologize sincerely because I was part of this decision in dropping, but Mateta versus Burnley.
Yeah, I would back Mateta for sure. He's good in his day. Typically doesn't do too badly even when he's not good. So why not? Burnley's a right fixture for him. I struggle to have any excitement for that Palace team, man, when Eze's not there.
So then would you gamble on Burnley forwards against them?
I wouldn't. Well, maybe. Don't know how they've been ghosting. Fofana, yeah.
Yeah. DTF or Odebear, I think.
Yes, yeah. Those are the two. The rest, not so much.
Yeah.
Welbs interests me again because he
Looked
started.
sharp again.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He looked good. He started with what I would think is a better lineup for him.
Yeah.
Like Mitoma playing again, and Dingra playing again, and then both of them trying to find him.
Yeah, that's 3 attacking returns in 3 games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one of them as a sub, but yeah, he's part of the attack, getting stuff. Still, the numbers look a bit return dependent.
They do.
So I'm a little hesitant against which I think is a solid Everton defense. So
Fair.
And then I guess the only last place to look is Bournemouth boys.
Yeah. How did Semenyo do? Semenyo did well, right?
He got the goal, but only 11 points.
Really? Okay. I thought we would have gone
Yeah.
like 15 or so.
Yeah. And Sinister didn't get minutes, which is a little concerning.
Very weird. Don't get
Very
it.
weird.
All the chopping and changing.
Man just signed a contract. Like,
Yep.
come on. It's weird. Cool. We didn't pick one each for mids.
You want to go back? Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, we can do it for mids and forwards, right? Pick one each. So,
Yeah.
who would you suggest for mids?
Funny enough, I want to throw out I'm going to throw out Louis Miley.
Wow.
I don't really want any assets versus Arsenal. Just I do somehow think he's still going to do well. I'm just not going there, but
Would you rather Miley versus Arsenal or Cook versus City?
Miley versus Arsenal.
Interesting. Does the home away swing it for you at all?
No. I
Fair.
just think Miley gonna have to do work.
Fair. I'm gonna go easy. Wharton versus Burnley.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Such a cop out.
No, it's a good pick. It's who you should probably be going for from all who we discussed.
Forwards. I think this is easy. We both get 2 easy picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Muniz.
Yeah, and I think I'll go with what you suggested. Cho.
Yeah,
I know it's away to Villa, but Villa is still kind of leaky at the back. So
agreed. And he's on real form. Like, what is it? 4-4 returns.
yeah, something like that. And I mean, if not Cho, Mateta. So you're kind of spoiled up top.
Yes. Or Gakpo if your league is so inclined.
Yeah, bro. Oh my
Ah.
god, crazy. Cool. But those are the picks, and that is the pod. Sweet.
Nice.
All right, man. Another one in the books. 199, by the way.
Oh,
Episode
yeah.
200 next. So We're trying to organize a surprise appearance guest person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully
We'll
that
see what we
comes
do.
true.
Yeah. I mean, the next one is probably going to be Sunday Waiver Pod, no?
Yeah, hopefully.
So, short guest appearance would be nice.
Would be.
Yeah. Cool,
We
man.
could do something fun. I could always, or one of
Yeah.
us could always throw together, a
little
celebratory
pop
game.
quiz.
Yeah, pop
Yeah.
quiz, exactly.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. All right. Any final words before we sign off, bro?
You know what? If your team ain't looking it for the blank, just take the loss. Move on.
Yeah. Stash up on those blankers, I think.
Yeah.
Or keep an eye out for people that might do some crazy ass fucking drops this game week.
That, or if you wanna just try, go massive upsides. Like I'm talking, I don't know, like the fact that Oscar Bob started the second game of this double game week, kind of call.
Yeah.
Oscar Bob did well, right? Surely he must have put up at least double digits. He was ghosting.
Did he?
I think, yeah, he put up 12 in his 60 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Kid is good.
Yeah, boy. 2 key passes, 3 successful dribbles, 2 accurate crosses, 1 shot on target. Yeah, it's just... Oh, and he hit 60 exact, so he got a clean sheet point. Look at that.
Jeez. Didn't even need the clean sheet point, to be honest.
Nope.
I think when you say massive upside play, I'm thinking like triple Wolves defense.
Oh, okay, but you see, that requires you to chop and change. I'm talking like one player who could change the tide of your like fixture.
Yeah.
Like, okay, obviously he's not good on ghosts at all, but they could overread or something like that.
Ah, true.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
he
United
couldn't
are
get
terrible, so
Sorry?
United are terrible, so I like that.
yeah, he could get 2 returns in a game, like, and Fulham are returning right now.
Oh, what about your Roslev pick? Versus West Ham as well.
Oh yeah, okay, something like like a Ben Mee who's Craigie Dawes. Craigie Dawes is like that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, centre backs that you could get a goal.
Goal from yes, yeah.
Yeah. Because that was that wild stat. I think right now Prem is averaging over 1.5 goals per game or something like that. Like it's up compared to previous seasons. So yeah, man, goals are the flavor of the month. So
Right.
I say risk it for the biscuit. Cool. That's it, bro. I'll catch you on the next one. I'll catch you in chat. So I'll see you when I see you.
All right.
Cool.
Peace.